Some basic concepts of chemistry. Chapter 1 11 Science Part 3. All measurements have a degree of uncertainty associated with it, regardless of precision and accuracy. It is caused due to two main factors. One is the limitation of measuring instruments and other is a human error. Hello students, I am Madhu Sinha, your chemistry teacher. We will be discussing some important points related to chemistry. Do like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Chemists face lot of challenges in measuring extremely low masses of atoms and exceptionally large numbers. This problem is solved using scientific notation. A number which is represented as x into 10 raised to power n, where n is the exponent. Every experimental measurement has some amount of uncertainty associated with it. The result should be precise and accurate. Accuracy reflects how close a measurement is to a known or accepted value, while precision reflects how reproducible measurements are. The uncertainty in the experimental or calculated values is indicated by significant figures, which are meaningful digits which are known with certainty. Significant figures are all certain digits with last digit uncertain. All non-zero digits are significant. Zeros between two non-zero digits are significant and zeros on the right side of decimal are significant. Zero preceding to the first non-zero digit are not significant. We will be discussing about atomic mass, molecular mass and formula mass. Atomic mass. As you already know, the mass of the atom is extremely small value. Scientists find it difficult to calculate the mass of atoms. In modern era, we are having latest techniques like mass spectroscopy, which helps us to get accurate value of atomic mass. However, in 19th century, scientists could determine the atomic mass of one atom relative to the another atom. Previously, hydrogen was found as the lightest element and the mass of the hydrogen atom was taken as 1. The mass of another atom was determined relative to the hydrogen atom. But now, carbon 12 is taken as the element or the atom for comparison. The atomic mass is measured in AMU. AMU stands for atomic mass unit. We define AMU as the mass of atom which is exactly equal to 1/12 the mass of carbon atom. Today AMU is replaced by U. U stands for unified mass. But as you already know, some of the elements exist in the form of isotopes. They are having two or more isotopes. In such a case, what would be the atomic mass of that particular element or the atom of that element? In such a situation, we calculate average atomic mass. Let us see what average atomic mass means. Average atomic mass can be calculated by the relative abundance of a particular isotope which is present in nature. We can calculate average atomic mass as the summation sigma. Sigma stands for summation, percentage abundance of isotope multiplied by mass of given isotope average atomic mass of a element is equal to sigma percentage abundance of isotope into mass of given isotope. For example, carbon exists in three isotopes, carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. Let the percentage abundance of carbon 12 is 98.8%. The percentage abundance of carbon 13 is 1.1% and the percentage abundance of carbon 14 is 2 into 10 to the power minus 10. Atomic mass of isotope of carbon 12 is 12U, carbon 13 is 13U and carbon 14 is 14U. In this situation, how we will calculate average atomic mass? Average atomic mass is equal to percentage abundance of isotope 1. What is the percentage? Here I forgot to put divided by 100 because you are converting percentage into a normal digit. Average atomic mass is equal to 98.8% means how do we write 98.8%? It is 98.8 upon 100 multiplied by what is the mass of carbon 12? 12. This is 1 plus what is the percentage abundance of carbon 13? 1.1% means 1.1 divided by 100 into 13 plus percentage abundance of carbon 14 2 into 10 to the power minus 10 upon 100 into 14 is the mass of this. When you calculate this, the value comes to 12.01 U. That is why we say that atomic mass of carbon is 12. So in case of those elements which exist in the form of isotopes, we always calculate average atomic mass. Molecular mass. How do we define molecular mass? The sum of atomic masses of all the atoms present in the molecule is known as molecular mass. For example, CH4. CH4 contains one atom of carbon and 4 atoms of hydrogen. So if you have to calculate the molecular mass of methane, it contains one atom of carbon, so 1 into atomic mass of carbon is 12 plus 4 hydrogen atoms are present. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, so 12 into 4 into 1 is equal to total how many? 16 U is the molecular mass of methane. Now, when do we call molecular mass as formula mass? There are certain compounds in which discrete molecules are not present. Discrete means all together the molecule is not present, especially in case of ionic compounds. For example, you take a sodium chloride molecule. If you see this three-dimensional structure of sodium chloride, you will notice that each sodium ion is surrounded by 6 chloride ions, and at the same time each chloride ion is surrounded by 6 sodium ions. So the presence of discrete molecule is not there, right? So in such a situation, if we have to calculate the molecular mass of NaCl, then we have to first of all derive its formula. How to derive formula? Sodium, valency is 1. Chloride, valency is 1. And when we derive the formula, we get the formula of sodium chloride as NaCl. Now, theoretically, by putting the atomic masses of both these elements, we can calculate the molecular mass of sodium chloride. So, here 23 plus 35.5 comes to 58.5 U. So, we can say the formula mass of sodium chloride is 58.5 U. So, in other words, formula mass is used instead of molecular mass when a molecule does not have a discrete identity. Now note down these assignment questions. Number 1. Define the following. Atomic mass. Next, molecular mass and formula mass. Second question, calculate the molecular masses of following. Na2SO4, KCl, HCl, NaCl. Keep in mind that you have to remember by heart the atomic numbers and atomic masses of elements from 1 to 20 atomic number.